Hey friends, it's time for another episode of Nutrition Talks with Jackie. This is week 4 of our discussion about proteins. In week 1, we covered why protein is important. Week 2, we covered protein is made of and how our bodies use it. And last week, we looked at various sources of protein. This week, we're going to look at what I recommend as far as amount of protein compared to the other macros and what sources we recommend. You know that I'm an Herbalife health coach. If you ask Siri, what's the #1 nutrition company in the world? Siri will answer, Herbalife has been the #1 nutrition company in the world since it was founded in 1980. Yep, 43 years. I believe a significant part of the reason for this success is our simple nutrition philosophy that's based in science, not the latest fad. We do not believe in demonizing any category of healthy foods. Our bodies need them all. Basically, we advocate that you get 40% of your daily calories from healthy carbohydrates, 30% from healthy fats, and 30% from lean protein. So as far as comparison, 30% of your calories coming from lean protein. Next week, we're going to do some math together when we talk about protein and weight loss, and I'll show you how to calculate those macro numbers for yourself. For now, let's talk about good sources of healthy proteins. Remember this chart? Remember how the foods we eat are typically not purely one macro or another? They're a blend. When you have a serving of protein, you're going to either get some carbs if it's a plant protein or some fat if it's an animal source. So when you're choosing your proteins, here are some things to consider. Okay, when choosing an animal protein, we recommend the leanest sources: deer, chicken breast with the skin removed, turkey breast with the skin removed, and fish. Specifically white fish such as cod and haddock, and oily fish such as salmon and trout. Contaminants in fish can be a concern because of methylmercury, microplastics, and polychlorinated biphenyls. Try saying that 3 times fast. So we recommend that you avoid shark, swordfish, marlin, and king mackerel, and limit albacore tuna because of bioaccumulation. In other words, little fish are eaten by a bigger fish, which are eaten by a bigger fish, eaten by a bigger fish, and so on. The bigger the fish, the more contaminants it'll contain. All right, so besides those animal sources, dairy, another animal source, is another good source of protein. We recommend skim or low-fat milk in order to reduce the amount of saturated fat you're consuming. And for plant proteins, we recommend legumes, quinoa, seitan, and our personal favorite, soy. I love that our company's seed to feed policy means we have a relationship with our farmers. We know how the soy used in our products is grown and how it's processed. So from the seed to the feed. Recently, soy's gotten a bad rap. So let me tell you what the science says. Soy is almost a perfect food. It contains all the essential amino acids, making it a complete protein, but it also contains fiber, vitamins and minerals, and essential fats in a perfect blend. It's safe to consume with or without a cancer diagnosis. In fact, peer-reviewed research shows that soy can actually decrease the risk of breast cancer reoccurring. It does not increase estrogen, nor does it decrease testosterone. So guys, don't worry about your soy. It actually helps hormonal balance. The American Institute for Cancer Research, the American Cancer Society, and the World Cancer Research Fund all recommend soy. Of course, we want you to follow your doctor's recommendations. And if you're using Herbalife products and your doctor has any questions, I can provide you with an email address that you can give to your doctor so she or he can talk to our doctors. That's amazing. Okay, so as you're planning your meals and your next grocery trip, think about choosing heart-healthy, high-quality protein sources that we recommend. See you next week as we tackle the subject of proteins and weight loss. And remember, take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. See you next week.